Free agency is all about risk versus reward. Some contracts look great on day one, and some turn into disasters before year two. After projecting contracts for the top 50 free agents this winter, let's break down who's worth the money and who teams should stay far away from. Over the last 2 years, this approach worked, betting on pitchers like Sonny Gray, Shane Bieber, and Shota Imanaga, while avoiding long, risky deals for names like Justin Turner, Blake Snell, Pete Alonso, and Cody Bellinger. So let's try to hit the bullseye again. Free agents to invest in. 1. Michael King, right-handed pitcher. Michael King looked like a future ace after his breakout 2024 season. He threw nearly 174 innings with a 2.95 ERA, strong underlying metrics, and nearly 4.4 EAR. Shoulder and knee injuries limited him to about half a season, his strikeout rate dipped, and he allowed more hard contact. On paper, that looks like a red flag, but here's why teams should still invest. King's pitch mix, command, and durability history suggest the talent didn't disappear. He just never got fully healthy. At a projected 3 years, $57 million, this could be one of the smartest mid-rotation bets in the market. Healthy Michael King still pitches like a number 2 starter. 2. Ha-seong Kim, shortstop. Ha-seong Kim is one of the most underrated players of the last 3 seasons. From 2022 to 2024, he posted 10.5 WAR, more than Pete Alonso and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. during that span. And he did it with elite defense, speed, and versatility. A torn labrum in August 2024 required surgery, causing him to miss half of 2025. He also dealt with hamstring and lower back issues, and his arm strength and sprint speed clearly declined. At just a 1-year, $16 million projection, Kim offers massive value if even 80% of his previous form returns. For a contender, this is the definition of a low-risk, high-reward signing. Brad Keller, right-handed pitcher. Every offseason, teams look for relievers they can turn into starters. Brad Keller might be the next one. He started successfully for Kansas City from 2018 to 2022 before thoracic outlet syndrome derailed his career. After bouncing around in different roles, Keller finally found success again in 2025, this time as a dominant setup man for the Cubs. His velocity, movement, and durability all returned. At a projected 2 years, $22 million, Keller is a gamble worth taking. If he sticks as a starter, the contract becomes a steal. If not, you still have a high-leverage reliever. Free agents to avoid. 1. Eugenio Suárez, third baseman. This is where teams need to be careful. Suárez is 34 years old, and his defensive metrics at third base have gone from positive to neutral to outright negative in just 3 seasons. He has almost no experience at first base, which means teams are either paying big money for a declining third baseman, teaching him a new position, or turning him into a full-time DH at the plate. Suárez still slugs, but that's almost all he does. His plate discipline is average, his exit velocity is just okay, and his value depends heavily on home runs. If his bat speed dips even slightly, that production could vanish fast. At 2 years, $45 million, this deal screams risk. Zach Eflin, starting pitcher. On paper, Zach Eflin looks like a perfect bounce-back candidate. Terrible 2025, but the underlying data is concerning. His fastball velocity has dropped 2 straight years. His curveball, once elite, has gone from a plus pitch to one of the worst in baseball. Even his sinker has declined from a strong positive to a negative run value pitch. At 1 year, $8.5 million, the risk isn't massive, but the signs point to real decline, not bad luck. 3. Real Muto, Ozuna, and Bader. Finally, let's group 3 similar risks together. JT Realmuto is still athletic and controls the running game well, but at 34, catchers can fall off quickly. Asking for 2 more productive years is dangerous. Marcell Ozuna is already a DH-only bat entering his mid-30s. Once the power slips, there's nowhere to hide. Harrison Bader relies heavily on speed and defense, skills that don't age gracefully. But at multi-year prices, the downside outweighs the upside. Final thought. Smart free agent spending isn't about names. It's about timing, health, and value. Michael King, Ha-Seong Kim, and Brad Keller offer upside at reasonable prices. Suárez and aging veterans? They come with far more risk than most teams should accept. Free agency doesn't reward emotion. It rewards discipline.